Okay, Matrix, stay with me. We're going to develop a very exciting formula. Now, don't panic. They're not going to ask you this in detail, but I'm going to show you. We've looked at average gradient, but I want to show you something that is so romantic. Watch this. If you take any graph, let's call it F, and we join those 2 points, that'll be A and B. Okay, now we're going to find the average gradient, but we're developing a formula now just for fun. They give you this formula on the formula sheet, but I'm going to have a bit of fun with you guys. Let's call that value of AX. It could be 1, it could be 4, anything. We're going to call it X. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add on an amount, which gives us X plus H in line with B. So those are the X values of A and B. The X value of A is X, and the X value of B is X plus H. Now, how do we get the Y values? Just for a bit of fun, F of X and F of X plus H. Okay, now it's very simple because what we can now do is work out the average gradient of this line segment AB. And how do we do that? Well, if that's the point A, X, F, X, and that's X plus H, F, X plus H. This is quite theoretical, don't panic, but it's just for the A students now. I want you to look at this. Here we've got this line segment. Now, if I go, now watch here, now work out the gradient of line AB. I'm going to take this one, so I'm going to say F of X plus H minus Fx divided by X plus H minus X. So let's have a look. If I work that out, there's your 2 points. So the gradient is this Y value minus that, divided by X plus H minus X. This is generally in textbooks. You don't have to learn this, but it's always good to know where the formula comes from. And then the X's cancel, and you've got that formula there. Okay, so people, if you look at that, so we just simply got the gradient of that line using the 2 points. Okay, now stay with me. Something romantic's going to happen here. A says to B, okay, there's the distance between the 2 points. And this is A and B. And suddenly A says, B, I'm in love with you. Get closer to me. So the line moves closer. The gradient of the line is changing. B is moving closer to A. That's so romantic. Look at that. B's moving down here. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to draw a little thing here quickly. Let's make it red for romance here. Okay, so that's going to be a lovely little point. B says, oh, honey, I'm so in love with you. This is going to be, what should we call him? This is Adrian and Belinda, maybe. Okay. Oh, Adrian says, Belinda, come near me. Let me hug you, baby. I love this calculus. It's so romantic. I told you it would be. Now, watch here. Now, look at this. The distance is getting very close. And eventually what's going to happen is B is going to go all the way down there, and the gradient of that line AB is going to change. And eventually A and B are going to get together. A kissy, kissy, kissy time. How romantic is this? Okay. Did you think calculus is so romantic? It is. Oh, this is wonderful. Now, don't panic, people. The H is going to naught. The distance between those points is going to naught. Oh, can you imagine? There's Adrian and Belinda, and eventually they get so close, and they hug each other, and they're in love, and they both love calculus. Isn't this so amazing? Oh, I tell you, I can party with this. This is so good. Okay, now come on. Now there's the average gradient line. So if we put a limit on, the limit as H goes to naught, we're approaching. Remember, the distance between those points goes to naught. The gradient of that line changes, which is given by that. Now, if you don't understand what I've said, don't panic. That's just giving you a little bit of insights into how the formula for, what is this, guys? Yes, Tabu. Tabu from Limpopo said it. I heard it across the airwaves to Matrix Uploaded. I can feel it. He said it. It's the formula, listen to this, to find the gradients of a specific function or a graph at a point from first principles. Okay, they always love in the matric exam. They'll say, find the gradients. And remember, what's so important about this formula is you're no longer finding average gradient. What is wonderful, you're finding gradient at a point. Okay, now let me explain this whole thing. Okay, when you've got a tangent, a little tangent line there, a line that touches once, the gradient of the tangent, this is so beautiful, is the gradient of the parabola or the curved function there itself. And they call this, if you remember in calculus, f prime a. At that point A, remember, that is the gradient of the tangent there, okay? The gradient of the tangent, the gradient of the curve. And remember, the y value is the f of a. There's a big difference between fa and f prime a, okay, or f dashed a, some people say, okay? And the tangents, the gradients, the m value, remember, what do you know about a straight line? Y equals mx plus c. That gradient there is the gradient of the line, but also the gradient of the graph itself at that point A. Okay, that is so important, people. Okay, and if we have a look at it, remember FA is the y value corresponding to x equals A, and F prime with a little marking there is the gradient of f at A. Now, master this and we'll be back with more wonderful calculus on Matrics Uploaded. Stay with us, guys.